PS5 release is imminent, but there are still hundreds of upcoming PS4 games. We narrowed it down to present to you our 25 most anticipated PlayStation 4 games of 2021. Visit our website, whattoplay.com, to see the full list of all upcoming PS4 releases. Link in the description box below. Hitman 3. The final chapter of the world's greatest assassin is still making its last rounds for the PlayStation 4. Although it's also coming out on the PS5, Hitman 3 on the PS4 shares the same amount of content, including PSVR support. This explosive finale will take players to beautiful vistas and dangerous locales. His contract ends this 20th of January. Prince of Persia: Sands of Time Remake. It's not the most well-received Ubisoft game that's coming out soon, but it's certainly making some of its fans grateful that the series isn't dead yet. This remake improves the game visually in its own right and expands the Sands of Time mythos that wowed fans back in 2003. It's coming out this January 21st. Little Nightmares 2. The second installment of the beloved and terrifying platformer from Tarsier Studios is up to make more scares than ever before. In this latest chapter, a whole new character will witness the harrowing events unfolding within its nightmarish world. The success of the first title gave the sequel more surprises for the old and new fans of the series. Coming this 11th of February. Far Cry 6. It's no surprise that this most anticipated shooter from Ubisoft got its major delay just recently. The intent was to optimize the game further and, of course, deal with the pandemic. This major follow-up to the acclaimed FPS takes players into a whole new city torn apart by a cold-blooded dictator, Anton Castillo. Lead a group of freedom fighters in this epic chapter of the Far Cry series sometime this March 2021. Guilty Gear Strive. Arc System Works' latest fighting game brings in new and familiar faces into its cel-shaded world. It's the 7th mainline installment of the acclaimed fighter, and it will feature a roster of 15 iconic characters from the series during release. An additional 5 DLC characters will be available at a later date. The game is coming out sometime this 9th of April 2021. Nier Replicant. Something new yet familiar is also coming out from Yoko Taro's Head. This remake of the 2010 cult classic from Square sees the series to new lengths with improved visuals and reworked gameplay. It borrows from the success of Automata with its own unique JRPG flair. It's still wild, trippy, and sometimes absurd, but that's the beauty of Nier. It's coming out this April 23rd, 2021. Mass Effect Legendary Edition. Relive the greatest moments of Commander Shepard in this upcoming collection of BioWare's critically acclaimed sci-fi series. What started out as a rumor turned out to be true according to verified sources. It's still a mystery as to what will be included in this massive edition. We'll hear more about this game once it makes its official window this early 2021. Kena: Bridge of Spirits. Talented cinematographers from Ember Lab Games transport us to a world of magic where everything feels like it came out of a Pixar film. Players step into the shoes of Kena, a spirit guide that's traveled to a forgotten village and soon discovers that there are many trapped, lingering spirits awaiting to be saved. Kena's combat feels fluid, and her mobility can make gameplay experimentation to different directions. It looks very promising so far. Coming this early 2021. Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Quarantine. With Siege dominating the competitive first-person shooter scene, Ubisoft plans to make more titles set in the Rainbow Six universe. This spin-off might be the first of many R6 titles coming out soon. Quarantine is different from Rainbow's usual atmosphere. Instead of tactical realism, a new otherworldly threat will be the game's antagonist. That's what we all know so far, unfortunately. Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne HD Remaster. Speaking of spin-offs, before there was Persona, there was the original SMT series. This remastered version of the PlayStation 2 classic will take new and old fans of the franchise to the maddening lore behind Atlus's renowned JRPG tale. Reject God and utilize the power of demons at your own disposal. It's coming sometime this first and second quarter of next year. Gotham Knights. Looks like the Caped Crusaders' legacy lives on. From the team behind Batman Arkham Origins comes a brand new superhero tale centered around Gotham's finest: Batgirl, Nightwing, Robin, and Red Hood. Together, they thwart the evil plans of Batman's rogue gallery in unique co-op multiplayer missions set around the open-world city of Gotham. It's set to release sometime this 2021. Did you know every year, hundreds of children accidentally ingest coin batteries? The new Duracell lithium coin battery is Horizon Forbidden West. PlayStation's favorite female heroine makes a return with this ambitious sequel of an already ambitious IP. The Decima engine is ready to make some insane improvements for the next generation, but Horizon's sequel is also making its way to the PlayStation 4. Lead
Hi
Aloy
guys.
as she explores the post-apocalyptic
Anyway,
landscapes teeming with wonder and ruin.
welcome to my channel.
Coming this 2021.
I'm just showing you guys the new games and the trailer. So give me a like and subscribe and post notification. So comment on this video and I give you more videos.
Coming this 2021.
So
Stray. The PlayStation 5 lineup had some pretty great surprises, including
if you guys like it,
Cat Simulator that's also coming
just
to the PlayStation
watch
4.
it. So
Taking place in a cyberpunkish world, players assume the role of a stray cat wandering its way around the hustle and bustle of its neon-lit landscapes. It's a unique concept, and cat lovers will definitely find this title appealing. Coming sometime this 2021.
I'm gonna give you videos of gaming and
This ambitious first-person shooter was
funny
developed by a
videos.
small team of
So
passionate developers from China. Taking place in
yeah,
a far future
and
where an otherworldly presence
that's
threatens
it.
humanity, players step into the shoes of a skilled shooter with ninja-like capabilities.
Make sure to subscribe and like it.
Its reveal gameplay wowed us with its insane action and fast-paced shooting mechanics. It's coming this 2021. The Lord of the Rings Gollum. The legacy of Tolkien's acclaimed novel will never die. In this standalone adventure set before the events of the original trilogy, players will uncover the origins behind Lord of the Rings' complex character, Gollum. Branded as a stealth action game, players will use Gollum's navigational abilities and small stature to overcome the many dangers that plague Middle-earth. It's coming out sometime this 2021. Oddworld Soulstorm. The inhabitants of Oddworld embark on a brand new adventure where danger lurks in every corner and the lives of your fellow Mudokons are at stake. This latest sequel of this delightful platformer takes a bold leap of new cinematic heights. New mechanics and challenges await the worthy warrior. It's set to release sometime this 2021. Grand Blue Fantasy Relink. With Genshin Impact making a name for itself in the action RPG scene, another competitor will make its way to the PlayStation 4 as a console exclusive sometime next year. Set within the Grand Blue Fantasy universe, this 4-player co-op adventure will lure players into its fascinating world full of danger and mystery. There's not much info available yet, but maybe we'll hear more soon.
It's not just one sector.
A lot of lives are riding on what we do next.
You have to fight one city at a time.
Overwatch 2. Blizzard Entertainment's sequel to their first-person hit Overwatch will further develop the game's lore with the addition of new playable characters, game modes, and finally, a story mode. However, there's not much we know as of the moment. Only a stylish cinematic and a few interviews here and there are all we have. We'll hear more about this during BlizzCon. Elden Ring. Demon's Souls may be a PlayStation 5 exclusive, but this most anticipated action RPG from the renowned developers of Dark Souls and Bloodborne is coming to the PlayStation 4. A collaborative effort between Game of Thrones' George R.R. Martin and Soulsborne creator himself, Hidetaka Miyazaki, players are transported into a dark fantasy world full of secrets. No release date yet, but we'll know more about this title next year. Tales of Arise. The next chapter from the acclaimed Tales series from Bandai Namco is moving on to a brand new universe. Still embracing that fantasy charm, step into the shoes of two characters separated by space and time. Arise promises a familiar yet more innovative gameplay once it comes out. Old and new fans of the series might notice that the linear motion battle system gets a major overhaul to fit into the next generation quality. The King of Fighters 15. Another popular fighting game will also come out very soon. Two evil favorites might battle it out next year with the release of both King of Fighters and the recently mentioned Guilty Gear. There's not much info we know so far about KOF 15, but there are rumors currently out in the wilds right now that might surprise fans. Lost Soul Aside. Taking inspiration from notable character action games like Devil May Cry and Bayonetta, Lost Soul Aside is a stylish hack and slash set in a bleak fantasy universe. The main character is a one-man army capable of decimating a horde of enemies with style. Players step into a massive open world full of hostile presence. Unfortunately, details are scarce as of this moment, but let's hope this PS4 classic gets a 2021 release. The Last Night. This poignant yet cinematic platformer from Raw Fury takes Cyberpunk to a whole new level. Set in a world where machines have begun to question their purpose, enjoy a gripping tale of the main character in this unpredictable society. The game features contextual stealth and combat, so players don't really need to do much and simply savor its compelling narrative. Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach. The animatronics are being brought to life once again, but this time it's taking place in a whole new location. In a collaboration with series creator Scott Cawthon, Steelwool Studios will preserve the lore and frights of the original series by introducing new animatronics and gimmicks that will definitely satisfy old and new fans. No release date yet, but it's expected to come out next year.